Hello, I am Ronan Chris Murphy. I am a record producer and engineer. I've worked on hundreds of albums all around the world for little indie artists and big major label artists. But I want to talk to you today about something that's super important to me, and it's kind of blowing my mind that this isn't important to so many other people. And I want you to sign a petition for me that has a link below. Super important, and I hope you'll give me a couple minutes to explain it and then sign the petition and share the petition with your friends. So Apple has introduced spatial audio, this kind of new way of hearing music. The hype around it is mind-blowing. The hyperbole is incredible, but the reality is, it's a new way to mix music and to listen to music, and that's groovy. You know, I'm totally good with new technologies. They're fun, they open up creative possibilities. Guys like me, actually, it's good for their business. So I'm totally cool with that, but Apple is introducing spatial audio in a way, and using spatial audio in a way that to me is really problematic. And again, it's blowing my mind that it's not problematic for so many other people. So a lot of people have this misconception that spatial audio is you flip a switch and then it does some kind of processing or ambience to make you feel it in a different way. That's not what's happening at all. When you have spatial audio selected and you pick a song or a song pops up in a playlist, if there is a spatial audio version available, Apple will play that one. And a spatial audio version, again, isn't some little bit of processing. It is a completely new remix. It is a completely new remix. That is super important. So just think how bad it would suck for somebody who wants to check out some great iconic record that's been mixed by some brilliant producer like Rudy Van Gelder or Sylvia Massey or Andy Wallace or Bob Clearmountain, and did these amazing mixes working hand in hand with the artists, sweat and tears to make this final work of art. And you click on that, and because of your settings, which maybe you didn't even know you adjusted, Apple is now going to play for you some new mix, entirely new mix of this that maybe the producers, artists, and original mixers had no part in. That's terrible. That is awful. Again, not as much as children starving in Africa, but for art, it is terrible. So I'm hoping you'll sign this petition to get Apple to do something really simple that they already do. Treat remixes as unique works of art and identify them as such. So for instance, if you wanted to check out Pearl Jam's first record, 10, amazing record. There's a fantastic original mix of that by Tim Palmer. It's big, it's glossy, lots of reverb, and it's just lovely. 20 years after the release, Pearl Jam actually had another mixer, Brendan O'Brien, who's amazing, do a different mix. And this is a totally different take on it. It's much more raw and punchy, doesn't have the sort of early 90s gloss of the first one. And they're great. So you have your choice of, do you want to listen to the original one or this new reinterpretation of it? That's great. I've done it too. A band called Gwar recently remixed their album Scumdogs of the Universe, which is super iconic to their fans. And you go to Apple Music, you can listen to the original one, or you can listen to my 30th anniversary remix. It's great, it's easy. So what we want to do is we want to get Apple to do the same thing with spatial audio. So when spatial audio track is playing or pops up as an option, you know you are getting the new modified one. So if you want to check out, a great production or something you've heard about or curious about, well, it's very clear. Are you getting an original version that maybe has been remastered a little bit? Or are you getting this completely separate, independent remix in spatial audio that maybe had no input from the artists and producers? Really important to remember that, because I promise you it is happening. So that's the thing. And this isn't to say that the spatial audio one might even be cooler or better or more enjoyable than the classic master. That's subjective stuff and the fun of art. We can debate that and have our own preferences. But out of respect to the artists, the producers, the engineers, and most importantly, the fans, people should know what they're hearing. If they want to choose to listen to a production, they know if they're getting the original version or some spatial audio Atmos reinterpretation of it. If something pops up on a playlist and they check it out on their phone or their computer screen or their Apple TV, they go, oh, it's that one. Oh, this is a new mix. They will know that they are getting a new spatial audio remix. So please, this is actually super important, both for art, but even for the industry and the integrity of supporting the creators and the artists. And yeah, so please consider signing the petition below. And just to put a little fear of God into those of us who mix for a living. Again, imagine that, you know, you've mixed something that you're well known for, and somebody said, oh wow, this guy or this gal's mix, it's fantastic. You should definitely listen to this album mixed by this mixer. And somebody goes and checks it out, and Apple plays them some new version that maybe sounds terrible or is completely antithetical to every way you would mix it. There's nothing wrong with somebody else doing new work in a way that you don't like, but people will now attribute this mix that maybe you hate as being your work. It's just a mess. The answer is easy. It is simple. Just get Apple to identify spatial audio remixes as unique works of art and list them in the directory very clearly as independent, separate works. And that way the fans can choose which one they want. And even if they choose, they always want the spatial audio one, it will be clearly identified that they are hearing a new, modified reinterpretation of a production rather than the original. All right, so please sign the petition and share this, and thanks for listening. Bye.